there, it's May 2nd, and it is a Thursday. Or is it May 2nd? I think so. Um, and I wanted to share with you today some stretches using a chair. Now, you can use your chair in your office. It depends on if you have the ones that spin around, like the aileron, really fancy ones that have nice armrests. But you'll need to have a chair that's pretty stable and can stay in one position. So you might just need to grab one from the conference room or one of those uncomfortable chairs that's not the one you sit in your office to do these stretches. If you have a handy Iyengar chair, like I do, you can use that. So I wanted to show you a couple of bloom stuff first. My roses are having some problems. They've got a little fungus going on, so I had to clip out a bunch of stuff, and I've got to treat them. I don't know if you can see they're a little burnt today. They actually look pretty good, but we love imperfection. That's part of what makes nature so beautiful. And I wanted to share with you something that I'm doing, which is I am stratifying some seeds to grow some wisteria. If you don't know what wisteria looks like, here it is. Can you see? It's rather beautiful. So I ordered some seeds for the pink, see the pink stuff? The particularly pretty pink wisteria. I ordered some seeds and I am stratifying them, which is just a fancy way for saying that you're making them, opening them up. So I don't know if you can see, but they are seeds in there, and I've got them in water and some tissue, and I'm just making sure that they can get their husks open so they can burst out and become beautiful flowers for me to enjoy and for the planet. Sometimes we need to break our husks with a little help, don't we? We're feeling that we need to bloom more brightly. So the husk of our body can sometimes be those hips, right? Hips. So I want to just start with sitting in the chair. Let me just go to here. I am going to sit down in the chair. I hope you can still see me. Yeah, okay, great. So as I said, you may not have a good Iyengar chair like this that has, these things to hold on to. But if you have a chair that is at least static, at least stable, and at least someplace that won't move, you might want to use that. So we tend to sit forward and collapse like so. So try to sit back. In this case, I've got a hard back, right? It's like those uncomfortable chairs you have in a conference room or a picnic table or in a, one of those things in a hotel, those kind of things. It's actually a good chair for this. So you're going to hold on to the edge. See how I'm holding on? You're going to lift up. And then you're just going to bend back. And then come on back. And again, hold on, pull, lift up. Do you see that? Lift. I'm seeing lift. And release. One more time. Hold on, pull, lift. And so I can just lift this part of my chest up. And release. Okay? Now, we're going to come on to the chair, holding on. Right? My chair's going to hold on. Let's just hold on anywhere that you can. Anywhere we can reach behind you. Now, if it's just here, that's fine. But if you come forward a little bit. Now, do you see my elbows? I'm going to roll those shoulders and lift the chest. Again. Roll the shoulders and lift the chest. Last time, roll the shoulders and lift the chest. And then release. Now, I'm going to take my legs wider. Do you see how they were together or closer? Now I'm going to take them wider than the chair base. I'm going to inhale, lift up, and then as I exhale, I'm going to come forward. Okay? And you see how I could tuck like this to come forward. See if you can get the sensation of your low back and your bum coming up and forward, and then come on down. Take a few breaths there. I don't know if you can still see me. Okay, there you go. And then come on up again. Now again, the tendency is to tuck, collapse, and come forward. Do you see that? See if you can place your hands on your thighs. Now lift up, stick your bum out, and then come forward. See that? And then as you come forward, just come on down. Don't worry if you can't come all the way down. Even if you're here, just get this action instead of this. Do you see the difference? So get this action. And as much as possible, keeping this action, come on down. And then come on up. Now, we're going to do a little hip stretch. I'm just going to tilt the camera just a little bit. Okay. Now, the hip stretch is I'm going to place my right foot here. Do you see this? And I'm placing the foot and the knee right above each other, right? The knee is above the foot. It's not going past. Do you see how that knee is going past the foot? No, 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 no. And it's not going behind. So it's going right on top of, as though you could just draw a straight line all the way down. See that? Okay. Now, I'm going to inhale. And again, you're going to want to tuck like so. But see if you can lift the chest up and then just come forward. Okay? Some of you might just get a good stretch right here. For some of you that have more flexibility in the hip joint, can come on down and hold on to the chair, like so. For some of you, you can even reach down. This is a nice opening to get into the hip joint. Do you see this? And then the other side. So I'm going to just flip the chair around. I'm going to walk over here. I'm going to place my other leg. I'm going to tip the camera just a little bit. Again, we're watching that the knee is not going forward and not going behind. I'm going to watch that I'm not collapsing and tucking, but that I'm actually going to lift up, lift the torso up, and then just come forward. This might be enough again for you. Stay here and breathe. If you can come on down, you're coming inside the hip. Do you see that? My foot is here, right there, and I'm coming inside, okay? If it's easy, you can even walk on down. Just opening up in that hip, because it can really feel kind of cranky if you sit a lot. And then come on up. So, and hopefully I gave you a little bit of stretch today for your shoulders and hips, and hopefully you can keep blooming through the day. It is Thursday, so the week's almost over, and I've got one more broadcast this week, and then again next week. So for the meanwhile, keep bending and blooming, and I will see some of you tomorrow. See you next time. Bye.